So our next speaker, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next two speakers, which is Mr. Fundile Nkunge and Mr. Nyameko Yabo. They are from CIECT and they facilitate our digital academic literacy program. And their presentation is titled Reflection on Digital Academic Literacy Program, a large-scale program 2020 and 2021. Colleagues, I hand over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Graf. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nyameko Yabo, and I'm a digital academic literacy facilitator. So our presentation is on the reflections between 2020 and 2021. Now, just a brief overview. Just a brief overview of what the DAL is. Or DAL, the team offers e-skills to students across all 7 faculties on campus. Now, the aim of the Digital Academic Literacy Program is to equip, especially first-year students, with the basic necessary e-learning skills, basic computer skills, for them to be able to do their assignments and also their presentation for the academic purposes. Now, the digital academic literacy is integrated within existing modules. Okay, so like for the EMS faculty, we were integrated into ALC and ALB. Now, except for the CHS, we have CCN 111, which is a credit-bearing module, which is there's 5 credits. So that one is a standalone. So for the DAL, the content changes as the technology changes. Now, before we deliver the DAL to the faculties, firstly, the program runs over a semester. So before we deliver the program, CIET team engages with the departments where we design what the department wants their students to learn. So we customize the program according to the needs of the department. Once the customization is done, and then we decide on the delivery of the program. Once all those are agreed on, and then we create a service level agreement that the CIECT team and the department sign. Okay, so from last year, because of the lockdown and the COVID, so the approach of delivering the DAL program, we used Google Hangouts. We started with BBB on a Canva, but it kind of had more technical issues, so we moved to Google Meets for our live sessions. We also used a Canva, so some tools on a Canva. We use the announcements tools to communicate with the students. Now, the live sessions that we have on Google Meets or Google Hangouts, we record those, and then once we are done, and then we upload them on course resources. We also broke down, like if we have Microsoft Word, we broke down Microsoft Word into different functions and created narrated videos that we also uploaded on the Canva. And also we used the Canva for assessments. And then we also used the Canva for discussion forum. Mr. Nkunge will get into details about that. Okay, we also have a platform called Skills Assessment Manager, or SAM, which is an online interactive platform. Now, this platform has simulations, instructional videos that the students can go through, and then once they practice stuff, and then they can assess if they are able to perform all the functions that they taught during their training. But the problem with STEM, excuse me, the problem with STEM is that it is not compatible with the mobile devices. You can only access it if on your laptop or desktop, or if you have some tablet, but also with the tablet, it depends on the screen size. So That was the only issue that we have with SAM. Now, this is just the interface of how the SAM platform does. On top here, it will give you the instructions or the task, what to perform. Then the introduction, it will explain to you what the task is. And on the drop-down arrows here, it will show you all the different ways that you can perform that task. And then once you have read all the information here, and then you can move to observe. Now to observe, it will give you a simulation video where it shows you where to click to do that task. It also has voiceover, so as the mouse is moving on the video, also there's someone explaining why you're clicking there and stuff. Now, once you have observed, and then you can practice. Now, even when you are practicing, it will still guide you and tell you where to click, and then you just go and click there. Then once you feel comfortable that you are able to do this, and then you can apply. Now, when you're applying, it will not have any voiceover that will guide you. It will just be you to give you the task that you need to do, and then it will be just you clicking where you are required to click. Okay. Now, after semester 1 last year, we did an evaluation and asked our students which method of delivery did they prefer between live classes or pre-recorded classes. So the pre-recorded classes will be, so we'll have a facilitator can either pre-record a class, or you can go to class, a live session, and then you record the session and then upload it on a Canva, and the students can just access that on their own time. So from the 186 responses we got, 48.4% preferred live classes and 51.6% preferred pre-recorded classes. Now, those that preferred pre-recorded live classes said the reason was they are able to rewatch if they get stuck. So if they are practicing, watching the video and then practicing, and then if they get stuck, then they can always rewind and go back and then watch it again and then keep practicing. And also,
colleagues, you have 3 minutes left.
Oh, and also they can access those that say they prefer live classes, then they can engage with the lecturer during the live class. So for 2020, we trained about 3,660 students. And this year, first semester, we already trained 4,011 students. This number increased because of we already got a new department, which is SOC 151, which had 611 students. I will give over to Mr. Nkunge, and then he'll take us over to how we support the students. Thank you. Mr. Nkunge.
Thank you, Mr. Yabo. I'll just wrap up quickly. I think I have 1 or 2 minutes. This is just to show the support, how we're supporting our students, like everybody I've seen in the presentations, using Canva as a major platform, using discussion forums and chats and WhatsApp, which the one WhatsApp I used to be against it up until the COVID, due to I thought it has a lot of administrations, but I was wrong. Taskeni, one of my team members, actually has been managing this one. And email, also tutors also support our students online. They have to be constantly a tutor online from 8 up until 5 o'clock every day. Where possible, we also put tutors on a Saturday as well, and sort of at night, but not deep at night, just to accommodate the students in there. Can move on, Yabo. Yes, I was just mentioning that we have tutors already there, but also due to COVID since 2020, we had to train them on the online facilitation because we used to be face-to-face. They also have their own challenges as their students as well. So we had to make sure that we sort of use a lot of time to focus on them as well. You can move on, Mr. Yabo. Okay, assessments, we are using them on Canva, and we have some students who did not participate during the COVID due to certain challenges that I've seen that sort of uniform across. The devices are the issues. The network, the connectivities are the issues in there. Those are some of the challenges that we have. And late registration is not even COVID related. Generally, first semester registration is an issue. In second term already, you still have new students joining your classes. If you need to contact us to integrate the DL within your modules, you need to do that a semester early. For example, now, if you are thinking of it next year, you must come on board this year so that we can plan. There's an extensive planning that needs to happen before we can start with you next year. Thank you so much.